You think you have time? You don't. Every second you waste is another step toward failure, another opportunity slipping through your fingers, another nail in the coffin of the life you'll never live. Look around. Right now, someone out there is grinding harder than you, outworking you, becoming stronger, while you sit there doing nothing. And soon they will take everything you ever wanted. The money, the power, the respect. You think it's waiting for you? It's being taken while you hesitate. The world doesn't reward the slow. It doesn't care about the weak. It crushes those who wait and elevates those who move. So wake up right now, because if you don't, you will be left behind, forgotten, just another man who could have been great but chose to remain nothing. Everything you've been taught about life, success, and happiness is a lie. From the moment you were born, society has been conditioning you to be weak. They tell you to be patient, to take your time, to be grateful for what you have. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself why? Why are they so desperate to keep you content with mediocrity? Because weak men are easy to control. A man who is struggling, who is distracted, who is drowning in self-pity is a man who will never rise up and take what's his. And that's exactly what they want. You passive, obedient. Look around. Look at the people in your life. How many of them are truly winning? How many are living the life you dream about? Almost none. And yet these same people are the ones giving you advice. Your broke friends tell you money isn't everything. Your out-of-shape coworkers tell you the gym doesn't matter. Your miserable relatives tell you to just be happy with what you have, and like a fool, you listen. You allow their mindset to infect you, to keep you in the same pit they've settled for. You don't even question it because it's all you've ever known. The truth is, most people will never escape the loser mindset. They will spend their entire lives making excuses, blaming others, and convincing themselves that success is out of reach. And unless you wake up, unless you start thinking for yourself, you will be one of them. You will spend the next 10, 20, 30 years stuck in the same cycle, wondering why nothing ever changes, watching other men live the life you were too weak to fight for. That should terrify you. The most dangerous thing in the world is not failure, it's comfort. Comfort is what kills ambition. Comfort is what keeps you stuck. The moment you start accepting good enough, you start dying, and that's exactly where you are right now. You've convinced yourself that your current situation is fine. You tell yourself that you're trying your best. You are lying to yourself. Deep down, you know you could be doing more. You know you're not pushing yourself. You know you are capable of greater things, yet every single day you settle. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, that you'll change when the time is right, but the time will never be right. If you don't act now, you never will. Success is not complicated. It's not reserved for the lucky or the gifted. It's reserved for those who refuse to accept anything less than victory. Every single person you admire, the men who are winning at the highest level, got there because they made a decision. A decision to push beyond their limits, to reject weakness, to embrace the struggle. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for motivation. They forced themselves to become great. And that is exactly what you need to do. Ask yourself, are you truly doing everything in your power to win? Are you waking up early, training your body, sharpening your mind, building wealth, dominating your environment? Or are you making excuses? The answer is obvious. And until you change it, your life will remain exactly as it is. The clock is ticking. The choice is yours. The biggest lie you've ever been told is that life will somehow improve on its own. That if you just wait, if you stay patient, if you trust the process, things will eventually fall into place. That is a trap. That is how weak men stay weak. How losers justify their failures, how the masses remain powerless while a small group of individuals dominate the world. The truth is brutal, but you need to hear it. If you are not actively fighting for your success, you are falling behind. There is no neutral ground. Every second you waste is a second that someone else is using to outwork you, outthink you, and take the opportunities that should have been yours. You see it everywhere. People dragging themselves through life, stuck in the same miserable routine, completely unaware that they are the architects of their own failure. They complain about their circumstances, blame external forces, and convince themselves that they are victims. But what have they actually done to change? Nothing. They drown their frustration in distractions, scrolling through social media, consuming entertainment, numbing themselves with food, alcohol, and pointless conversations. They know deep down that they are wasting their potential, but rather than confront that reality, they choose the easy path. Avoidance, and if you're not careful, if you don't take control of your mind, you will become one of them. The world rewards those who take action. Look at the most powerful men in history, the ones who built empires, who shaped civilizations, who left legacies that will outlive them. Do you think they waited? Do you think they sat around hoping for the right moment to act? No, they moved. They conquered. They imposed their will on reality, and because they did, their names are remembered while the weak fade into obscurity. You need to understand something. Mediocrity is not an accident. It is a choice. It is the direct result of laziness, weak discipline, and a refusal to demand more from yourself. If your life is not where you want it to be, it is because you have tolerated failure. You have accepted less than what you are capable of. And as long as you keep making excuses, as long as you keep lying to yourself, nothing will ever change. You will wake up 10 years from now in the same position with the same regrets, wondering why success never came to you, because you never earned it. The men who win in life are not the ones who had an easy path. They are the ones who embraced suffering, who stared adversity in the face and refused to break. They trained when they didn't feel like it. They worked when they were exhausted. They made sacrifices when everyone else was looking for comfort. And because they did, they rose above the masses and took what they wanted. That is the price of greatness. And if you are not willing to pay it, you do not deserve to win. So the question is simple. Are you ready to wage war against mediocrity? Are you ready to destroy the weak version of yourself, to reject comfort, to attack life with an unrelenting hunger for success? Or will you keep waiting, keep hesitating, keep letting fear and laziness control you? The decision is yours, but understand this: time is running out. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. That's the brutal reality most people refuse to accept. They live as if they have unlimited time, pushing their goals further into the future, convincing themselves that they can afford to waste today because tomorrow will always be there. But one day, there won't be a tomorrow. One day, you'll wake up and realize you've wasted years, maybe even decades, chasing comfort instead of chasing greatness. And at that point, regret will consume you like a disease. Regret is a slow, agonizing poison. It eats away at you, reminding you of all the moments you chose weakness over strength, all the opportunities you let slip through your fingers because you were too afraid to take action. The worst pain in life isn't failure. It's knowing you never even tried. It's looking back and realizing that you had the potential to be extraordinary, but instead you settled for mediocrity. That's the fate of every man who refuses to take control of his own life. And if you keep living the way you are now, that's exactly where you're headed. You need to kill the version of yourself that tolerates failure. You need to bury the weak, undisciplined, excuse-making mindset that has been holding you back, because that version of you is your greatest enemy. It is the part of you that tells you to take it easy, that whispers in your ear when you feel tired, convincing you that it's okay to rest when you should be working. It is the voice that justifies every bad decision, every missed opportunity, every wasted moment. And if you don't destroy it, it will destroy you. Success is not about intelligence, it's not about luck. It's about discipline, consistency, and an unbreakable will. The men who win in life are not the ones who had the best circumstances. They're the ones who refused to quit. They're the ones who kept pushing, who forced themselves to get up and work even when they didn't feel like it. They didn't sit around waiting for motivation, hoping that one day they would feel ready. They simply acted. And because they acted, they won. You have two choices right now. You can keep living the way you are, weak, lost, making excuses while the world passes you by, or you can decide right here, right now, that you are done tolerating failure, that from this moment forward, you will move differently. You will wake up earlier, you will train harder, you will work longer, you will become the kind of man who takes what he wants instead of waiting for permission. Because the truth is, the universe rewards those who demand more from themselves. You have always had the potential to be great. You have always had the ability to rise above the masses and carve out a life that most people can only dream of. But potential means nothing if you don't act on it. If you continue to hesitate, if you keep making the same weak decisions, your life will remain exactly as it is, empty, uninspiring, filled with regret. But if you choose to change, if you commit to the path of discipline and action, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So what will it be? Will you step up and claim the life that is waiting for you? Or will you keep letting time slip away, making excuses until it's too late? The choice is yours, but remember this: once time is gone, you can never get it back. Let me ask you something. Do you actually like being a loser? Be honest. Do you wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and feel proud of the person staring back at you? Or do you feel disgusted? Do you feel like a failure? Because deep down, you already know the answer. You know exactly why your life is stuck in the same miserable cycle, and yet you keep doing the same pathetic things day after day, expecting something to change. It won't. You sit around, scrolling through your phone, watching other men live the life you dream about. You see them in their supercars, in their mansions, flying on private jets, surrounded by success. And instead of asking yourself, how can I make that my reality? You sit there making excuses. You tell yourself they got lucky. You convince yourself they had rich parents, better opportunities, more resources. You lie to yourself because it's easier than accepting the truth. And the truth is simple. They worked harder than you. They were willing to suffer, sacrifice, and endure the pain you refuse to face. You want success. You want respect. You want to escape this loser existence you built for yourself? Then earn it. No one is going to hand you a better life. No one is coming to save you. The world does not care how you feel. It does not care if you're tired, depressed, or unmotivated. Success is not something you deserve. It's something you take. And right now, you're taking nothing. You're sitting there, trapped in a prison of your own making, waiting for some magical moment where life suddenly becomes easier. That moment will never come. Let me tell you something that will change your life if you have the balls to accept it. Losing is a choice. Being broke is a choice. Being fat, lazy, miserable, all choices. You are exactly where you are today because of the decisions you've made.